Good evening, my consort. It's such a lovely night, isn't it? The sun spreading its rays across the horizon, crimson and honey reaching across the world. I saw the colors from my study earlier, and I thought of you. After all, the colors of Javal, your homeland, they're quite similar, aren't they? The red flourishes and vibrant golds that make up the royal crest. I do admire the style which your homeland fashions itself. Such a vibrant culture, courageous, unyielding, like a creature of legend, rushing through the wilds of the forest, unrelenting, free. All the more reason to treasure you, now that you belong to me. I do enjoy a good hunt, you see, but my sport is often meager, almost cowardly at times. You'd be surprised at how quickly the nobles of this world are willing to bow before their rightful ruler. But you, even now, I see a light in your eyes, something untamed. You're not quite like the others, are you? I like that about you, my flame. You have so little in common with the current royal line in your family. Your king, he fancies himself much more intimidating than what he truly is. A meager puppet. No, someone else has to be pulling that man's strings. Your kingdom has been forced to dance such an unhappy tune, yourself included. How else would you have landed into my lovely hands? But I ramble, and our talk should be less about politics, for the moment anyway, and more about you. So, tell me, my sweet flame, how are the lodgings? Do you like what you see? And I'm not talking about me. My flame, do you know why I ask you this? It is because, even as my hostage, you are still my consort. That has not changed in the weight and responsibility of that position. I will always value your opinion, even if I may not favor that opinion at times. They're still words from my consort, and I've done my research on you long, long before you reached my borders. Longer than you may realize. Surprised? Or perhaps not. It was important to know who you were and why you had been chosen among all the royal family line. And I may have done a little nudging in all the right ways. It was important the candidates met the criteria I needed in my consorts, and you were quite the right fit among my harem. I see the servants have brought my gifts for you. Perfect. I'd like to give you a taste of what you can come to expect from your new home, my flame. Here, sit with me. We'll have the servants do the unwrapping. My first gift to you is an Arctic Venra fur mantle. This particular fur came from the rigid mountains that act as a border between your home country and Hevalt. Come, rest your hand on it. Do you feel the warmth? I had it imbued with an enhancer from one of our resident mages. Arctic Fenrir are known for creating an immense amount of heat, and the spell that's been cast seals it all in. While our winters are more mild, we still receive the occasional snowfall here in winter. It's important that you remain warm while you adjust to our climate. Next, is a special silk from the country in Neferet. As you're already aware, the country is best known for its cloth exports, but nothing will wear quite as well as their Vexen silk. It's among the softest and lightest of fabrics in the land, and I have no doubt that you will wear it perfectly. I made sure that I came in an array of hues, but there are some undyed. If the mood suits you, you may choose the color for your next outfit. From what I've been told, it's the perfect fabric for fall and winter months, or just before summer warms our lands. Our lands. You do realize this is your home now, my consort. These halls, these lands, the people that make their way within the palace and beyond. I want you to take a moment, absorb what I'm telling you. These lands, these things, they are yours. And you are mine. Above all else, remember that, my flame. Now, let's take a look at your next gift. Here, this one is quite the treasure, just as you are to me. Dragon's Fire Obsidian, a gem brought to life when a dragon's flame dances across certain mineral deposits. Such a strong heat and magic molds the minerals into fascinating jewel deposits. As you may or may not know, the royal line of Havalt is rumored to be under a 1,000-year pact with the dragons of the Iron Mountains. It is why you never hear of any attacks upon our lands. Instead, we are one of the privileged few who have access to these magnificent gems. And now, so do you, my flame. Of course, this obsidian hasn't been cut, but with a shard this large, there's much we can do. See how it shines with crimson? And when you turn it, those deep, deep shades of purple. Turn it just a bit in the light. You see, I believe it will suit you well. Perhaps a pair of earrings. Nothing too large. And we could produce a circlet laden with a larger gem at its center. Or maybe you'd prefer a brooch. A ring? Really, my consort, the possibilities are endless. And I do believe they'd all suit you quite well. Hold still for just a moment, and let me see it next to your eyes. Yes, this does suit you. There is much more to come, my consort, and I know it will take time for you to adjust to your new life here. But should a need arise, you are to tell me. I will give you what is in my power to provide, and I assure you, I have much to provide. But you must always remember, dear consort, you are here for a reason. Do not test me. I'd hate to shatter that light that burns so brightly within those eyes of yours. It's one of the qualities I adore about you. And the more I can adore you, the more you'll enjoy your new life within the palace walls. And speaking of walls, until I say otherwise, you and your envoy are confined to the harem's palace. You will soon have the privilege to roam, but not until after you have been bound to me. Hmm. I suppose I should explain the custom just a bit more. It is a ceremony that will take place in a month's time and will bind you to me as your sovereign and rightful spouse. You may think of it as a wedding of sorts. And once we have taken our oath, you shall be free to taste the true extent of your new life here with me. And for now, I shall take my leave. There are many more presents for you to unwrap, but do let me know what you prefer. Your preferences are of great import to me, my flame. For now, farewell.